Hey guys, welcome to the Flat Top King. Hey, today is all about flat top grill must-haves, and it's my opinion what you really have to have. You guys stay tuned. All right guys, so we're talking about the absolute bare bones. If you're a new beginner on the flat top grill scene, the accessory line for flat top grills are absolutely insane. And I think it's starting to get overwhelming with what somebody really needs. So before we start this episode, I just want to say there's going to be some noticeable difference between my accessory must-haves than somebody else's, just because I've figured out I don't need it. So today's video is about the must-haves that we feel like are going to get you started to be a better flat top griller. Number one, the lid. The grill top. Now listen, the Camp Chef version does not come with a flat top or a lid, okay, or a cover or anything like that. They have the option for a soft cover, which I'm not a big fan of, and then there are some aftermarket flat top grill covers that you can buy. So I'm going to talk specifically about mine. I did get the Blackstone, and basically here's some reasons why. One is lightweight. It's super lightweight. It's easy for me to take on and off. You guys know that we film a lot. We've got our grill over there. So it's something easy that can just go on, and all it does is protect your surface from getting, you know, I live in the Southeast, so we get tons of pollen. I'm in like in the #1 pollen rich area in the world, it seems like. So pollen, moisture, bugs, and rust. So this protects it from everything. The Blackstone, it was one of the cheaper options, which I looked out for. It really wasn't the price as much as it was convenience, because it's super lightweight and it does everything that I need a flat top grill lid to do with the color that I wanted.
And the Blackstone fits the Camp Chef really well, actually.
Yes.
Camp Chef grill, Blackstone cover.
Why they don't make one, you guys ask them. All right, moving on. The must-have, and I'm talking about the must-have for any flat top griller, is any type of thermometer. Okay, it does not have to be this one, although I really suggest you get an instant-read thermometer. In the old days, I can actually say, I guess I'm old enough now, we used to have the arm sleeves with a little digital, or the dial, and you have to put it in, and it takes so long to read it. I'm telling you what, out here, you plug it into your meat, you get an instant read right away. Comes back in, and it's magnetic. It holds anywhere, okay? So to me, this is probably 2 to 3 on the list of the most important things you can do on the flat top grill, because you can always keep it out here with it.
Because you need to temp like your chicken.
Anything. Well, hey,
your steak.
What if you reverse sear a steak? You need to know what temperature you're at all times, so you can get a better gauge of when to take it off and when to sear it and when your steak is done. It's funny you mentioned how to reverse sear a steak. Flat top grill must have number 3, the rack. I was late to the game on the rack, and I was late to the game on a dome. But through my research and buying something and returning it and then not liking it and all that stuff, I came across this little cool gadget. So this is a 2-in-1 system. It's about $19 on Amazon, and it elevates your food so you can have a 2-zone system. We talk about that all the time. Now you can move this off, and now you've got a dome that you can do your burgers, you can do your stir fry, anything that you think that needs that dome effect, you've got it. It's convenient, it doesn't take up the whole grill, and since this is elevated, not only does it create a 2-zone system, it actually elevates your food off the flat top grill, and you could put this on top of something, and now you've got like a 3-zone system. You've got it off the heat, you've got it sitting on top of food, and food can be on top of it. So without a doubt, if you're brand new to the system and you're trying to figure out what to use, the best bang for the buck, I would highly recommend this gadget right here. 2 for 1. All right, next on the must-have, your bottles. You got me? You got to get your bottles. Now listen, it don't matter how many bottles you get, but let's start with the basics, the must-haves. An oil and a water. A lot of you guys prefer to clean your flat top with water. A great way to do it is a squirt bottle. I keep mine outside all the time. Same thing with my avocado oil. My wife hasn't done it yet, but sometimes she labels some of my stuff inside the kitchen. But you can have multiple oils, you can have your vinegars, you can have a whole system set up. But these are invaluable. They're super cheap, and you're going to burn them if you're not careful. Remember, we talked about all the time about how hot the surrounding gets on these tables. So if you're not careful, you just haphazardly set it to the side, you could easily burn one of these. But for the price and for a must-have, right here. One more quick side note on those squirt bottles like this. The reason why they're so important to have is if you see this video right here that I'm talking about with the pickles, you notice that you're able to control where your oil is going when you're shallow frying something, whether it be country fried steak, pickles, heck, even the mini quesadillas, jalapeno popper quesadillas we did. This is a great way to get into the nooks and crannies and control how much oil you're using versus splatting it down with a big bottle or using a ladle or something like that. Must have number 5. We're talking about spatulas. I love these two bad boys. They remind me a lot of my time in the service. They fit my hand a lot better. They've got a little bit more length to them. And oddly enough, I like them because they're rounded, okay? I like them because you don't have to worry about cutting into your flat top. I like to have 2 of them just in case you're doing your stir fry. But these are probably hands down, no matter where you get them from, some of the most important tools you can use on a flat top, because it goes everything from your burgers to your stir fry to your scrambled eggs and cheese. Remember, when we scrambled eggs, sometimes we go in circles. But if you have something sharp at the end, you're going to run the risk of hurting your seasoning on your flat top, okay? One noticeable thing that you guys probably have noticed by now that I have not mentioned, and this is why, is anything that's heavy like a bacon press, a burger press, or anything that presses down. My own personal belief, I haven't needed it yet. It's not a must-have. It's an extra, and I still don't have one. I can do smash burgers. We did the test on the smash burgers between my meat mallet, these spatulas, and another spatula. I was just as happy pressing down just like this with a 2 spatula system. And honestly, I've cooked bacon, and I don't think anybody out there is ever going to know whether or not the bacon was cooked with a press or the bacon was cooked without a press. So for me, the 2 spatula system outweighs, quote unquote, the press that you would need for a flat top. Remember, we're talking about flat top must-haves. So the 2 spatula system is a must-have, and get the ones that feel great in your hands and you're comfortable with. My all-time favorite right here. I'm telling you, I didn't save the best for last, but this is the all-time number 1 if I had to pick anything there was besides the lid, because obviously the lid will keep you from rusting. It seems like I have this in my hand just as much time as I have this in my hand, okay? We're talking about several reasons. The first reason, I try to teach you guys and try to let you guys understand, if you clean as you go, it's so much easier in the long run. So typically, when I'm moving food around on the flat top, I'll move it over and then I'll start scraping, okay? That's number 1. Number 2, I love the sharp edges because this is allowing you to get into your corners just like this, okay? This will pull the debris and the gunk, whatever you want to call it, to have a lot cleaner flat top when it's all said and done, okay? So it's the pulling method, it's cleaning as you go, it's got the sharp edges, also the grease trough. You can take this rag, you put it in your grease trough like this, and it just fits it absolutely perfect, okay? Reason 17 why I love this bad boy. When you're doing your Phillies, when you're doing chopped ground beef, you name it, any reason why you need to chop, it's sharp enough to do the job, okay? I've told you before, just be careful when you're chopping that you're not cutting into your flat top, but you'll control your food with your spatula, and it's just a great way to chop, okay? Maybe this is like the 19th reason why I love it, besides it just fits in my hand well, is because I just treat it like another spatula. Whether we're flipping something or we're stir frying, I'll just use it, okay? Once you learn how to use it, it almost becomes a second spatula by nature, and this is why this is, without a doubt, I would put it at the very top, the must-have. If you're looking at a must-have, for me, this is it. 7 on the list about flat top grill must-haves. No matter if it's this one alone or any apparatus you decide to use. Something to transport all the crap from inside of your kitchen to all the stuff out here. We're talking about eggs, bacon, you name it. Whatever you're cooking on the flat top has to get transported from one place to another. We bought this from Academy. I think it was $3. They got it for my Father's Day. And, you know, whatever you guys decide to use, whether it be rounded or squared, rectangle, something to help you eliminate the amount of trips that you're walking inside to outside. All right, now that the must-haves are done, we're going to talk about the ones that almost made the list, but I didn't necessarily think they're absolute must-haves, but give you guys a quick look. We keep a little trash can out here because obviously you bring everything outside, so you're going to have open meat packages, eggshells, you know, debris from your flat top. So maybe a little trash can and a trash bag might help you guys go a long ways, okay? Number 2 on the honorable list is a rag system. And my wife killed me when we first got the flat top because our towels and rags were dirtying outside faster because you're around the grease, you're on the flat top and stuff like that. And she did not like the fact that that much grease was coming in the kitchen, especially from the grease trap and stuff like that. So we've created a system where I have certain rags and certain towels that I'm allowed to use outside. 3rd on the honorable mention is maybe a different tank, okay? So the last thing you want to do is be out here grilling and run out of gas. So I'm gonna give you 2 tips. 1, just get an extra tank. Go ahead and bite the bullet, get an extra tank. It's worth your while. We bought this one from Costco, but it's got the little gauge on it. And so this gauge right here kind of cuts out on the guesswork of how much gas you have. You notice that it's off the deck at all times. So there's really not a way to know how much gas is left in there unless you got a cool little gadget. And this just actually came with it. And last on the honorable mention is got to be an extra table. Now, it doesn't matter if you guys use a card table, a picnic table, whatever. But I've mentioned it several times that the side tables here get extremely hot. So they almost make it unusable just because how hot it gets. Now, we purchased this from Harbor Freight. It was about $300, but for us, it keeps everything that we need protected outdoors. It's on wheels, so it rolls very well. But it keeps like extra spatulas, thermometers, cleaning supplies, charcoal, wood chips, you name it. And honorable mention, hey, if you're gonna be king of the flat top or king of the grill or king of anything, you've got to represent. So look, we created some designs here just to show you guys real quick. You guys know I love my grill, the flat top, anything. So we try to create a piece a little bit for everybody so you guys can be happy with it. And then lastly, the shirt that's on my back is my all-time favorite. You guys know that I served in the Navy. Hey guys, just to recap really quickly, the 7 must-haves. I know that's a lot of information, so let's just go over it really quick. We got the spatulas, we got our bottles, thermometer, we got our doming system with the cooling rack, the bench scraper, and of course something to bring it in. And last but not least, the lid that keeps everything protected. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button. Check the shop out. You might like something. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.